My name is Lizzie Velasquez. I'm 24 years old. I think the most I've ever weighed in my 24 years is 64 pounds. The condition that I have is to this day still undiagnosed. We are only aware of 2 other people in the world. I'm the 3rd one. We don't know how I got it. We don't know why I can't gain weight. The very first time that I realized something was different about me was when I started kindergarten. The kids who were in my class were very confused as to why I didn't look like them. When I started middle school, every time I would go out, I was so self-conscious to where I couldn't even enjoy myself. Adults would just stop pointing and giggling and looking at me like in disgust. It really, really got to me. When I was in high school, I was at home exploring YouTube. When I saw a little thumbnail, I didn't know that by clicking on this little thumbnail that it was going to be something that changed my life completely. I clicked on the video and it said the world's ugliest woman, and that's when I saw that there were over 4.5 million views, and instantly my stomach dropped.
In her first television interview since her incredibly moving TED Talk, please welcome Lizzie Velasquez. Hi, Lizzie. I think you only have to spend about 5 minutes with Lizzie to appreciate that she is one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Thank you.
And our whole staff, our entire staff has fallen in love with you. And before we talk about your reaction to that horrifying thing that you saw online, first of all, you're from Austin, so you're in New York. This is the first time you've ever seen snow.
This is my first time to see snow, and it's cold.
Yes, it is
Really
cold.
This snow is what you should kind of cancel school for.
Yes.
And in Austin, if it's like you empty your freezer with ice and you throw it on the ground, they cancel school for that.
Yeah.
So it's really different here.
Well, we're a little tougher in New York, not much.
We can handle the heat, but not the cold.
But I'm just so glad that you've come and that you're having such a wonderful time in New York City, your first visit, as I said. And can you explain, Lizzie, how this syndrome affects your day-to-day life?
Since I'm really tiny, I do have a really weak immune system, which means I get cold really easily and I get tired really easily. And if my friends already know, and my family knows as well, if they're sick and I'm around them and I have stuff coming up, I force everybody to wear doctor's masks.
Really?
Yeah, so I won't get sick.
I don't blame you, because obviously you have to protect your own health.
Right.
Your story, I think, Lizzie, is so moving and inspiring. But let's start when you were 17 and you see this thing posted online calling you the world's ugliest woman. First of all, I know that must have been a harrowing experience, but then you started to read the comments, as you said. What kinds of things did they say?
The first comment that I read said, "Will you please do the world a favor? Go get a gun and put it to your head and just kill yourself." And I just started crying and crying, and I read all the comments, and eventually, as I sat there for about an hour, the tears kind of quickly turned to anger.
Well, you know, your parents are here, Guadalupe and Rita, and so nice to have both of you here as well. And Rita, how difficult was it to see your daughter being tormented in this way?
It was